Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
Well, I know you went to the Orlando Museum of Art, so let's take a look at what you found.
Really great stuff.
On your
Take
trip.
a look. Yeah. You know, Maureen, it seems like every time I come here, there's something new, but there are some permanent exhibitions here.
Yeah. So we do have traveling exhibitions throughout the year, but we're really proud of our permanent collection that features contemporary art, traditional style paintings, those types of things. We also have a great contemporary graphics exhibition that's on view all the time. Famous prints from artists like Andy Warhol and Lichtenstein, so really famous artists that people know. We also have a great abstract exhibition that features some sculpture and kind of more creative outside the box works. And then we also have a collection of artifacts from the ancient Americas that's on view. So there's really something for everybody at the museum.
When you say something for everybody, I always think about like young artists, and I mean really young, like summer camps and things like that.
Yeah, so throughout the year we offer a lot of great programs for art lovers of all ages. We do our summer camps, winter art camp, and a spring art camp that's available for kids. We also have our annual big events, our fundraisers with Council of 101, Art in Bloom, and then also the Festival of Trees around the holidays, which are great fun for the entire family.
All right, and the thing I know I'm going to ask about, and that is the gift shop.
Yes, oh my gosh, our shop is my favorite. We have free parking, open every day that the museum's open, Tuesday through Sunday. Great collection of just unique gifts and again, just something for everybody on your list.
Best gift shop ever. No, I'm kidding. So what else can people expect when they come here? If they've never been here, what other things would you say?
I'd say what we offer is a really unique experience. You know, it's not too much, it's not overwhelming. There's just enough to kind of feed that artistic side of everybody, and it's really approachable and just easy to appreciate what we have here.
Maureen, thank you so much. Make sure that you take advantage of the Orlando Museum of Art because it makes living in Orlando one of the best things ever. So when you go, you have to like maneuver through all of the corners and everywhere. There's art everywhere, and you know, just not just paintings and things like that, but just some visual artists as well. So it's really great stuff.
I like that, sort of brings you into it, not just standing there looking at a painting, gives you a little bit more dimension.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Contemplative.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of the British rock band Yes, you don't want to miss the Classic Tales of Yes tour on October 10th. See it all at the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center's Steinmetz Hall. Formed in 1968 by John Anderson and the late Chris Squire, Yes has been one of the most innovative, influential, and best-loved rock bands in music history. With sales of over 50 million records, the Grammy Award-winning group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017. This concert celebrates the release of their new studio album, Mirror to the Sky. Showtime is at 8 p.m. For tickets, go to drphillipscenter.org.
The Winter Park Playhouse presents its Spotlight Cabaret on October 11th and 12th. Enjoy a one-hour cabaret featuring a professional singer accompanied by piano in the theater lobby cabaret space. Admission is $20 plus a one-drink minimum from the bar. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. for the 7:30 cabaret, and seating is general admission. This is a year-round series at the Winter Park Playhouse of new cabaret premieres that showcase a different professional singer in a New York-style cabaret each month.
Every second Friday of the month, the Mount Dora Center for the Arts hosts Art in the Alley, an event to support local and emerging artists in its historic downtown district. Visual and performing artists set up to showcase their talent and sell their artwork. You can also grab a map and experience a self-guided tour of Mount Dora galleries and artist studios. This month's event is on October 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. The event is free for artists to participate and it's free to the public. You can get more information at mdca.org.
Watch artists at work throughout the historic Neerling Gardens in Gotha on October 14th from 4 to 7 p.m. The Owl Prowl Art and Wine Wander will delight your taste buds with a welcome drink from Windermere Brewing Company, live music and food tasting stations along the paths of the garden. You'll also learn about the 4 owl ambassadors on display by the Avian Reconditioning Center. Go to neerlinggardens.org for more information.
And we are joined now by Edith Gendron with the Alzheimer and Dementia Resource Center. And you guys are going to tell us a little bit about some of the excursions that you do and one that's coming up. But I'm really curious to hear more about your work with the center and what people can find in terms of resources.
We will be 40 years old next year, and we have existed to help the caregiver or care partner, I use those terms interchangeably, who's caring for someone who's living with some form of dementia, whether it's Alzheimer's disease or Lewy body or what have you. We mean the in-home non-professional caregiver, that kind of thing. We do things like have support groups, either online via Zoom or in person, depends on what you know works for you. We have workshops. We have something called care coaching, and that's one-on-one where we meet, you share your concerns, we ask the right questions, and then we end up with a plan for you going forward. People can use that service as often as they need. We don't charge for our services, and we also, for 21 counties in Florida, we are the managers of the Brain Bank. It's a postmortem research study, and that is something, again, that provides services, closure, hope for the future. You'll see that in our tagline, right? Support and hope. Research provides hope.
It's so important, and wow, it sounds like you guys do quite a lot and you're able to tailor it really to the person who's coming in that maybe doesn't really even know where to start.
Right, so often. The calls typically go, hi, my mom has been told she has dementia, and the first thing we say is told by whom, right, because that matters. And then the second question is what form, what type of dementia, because dementia, of course, is an umbrella term and it doesn't mean anything more than a collection of symptoms that cause you to interfere in your daily life, right, functioning in your daily life. So what type? We need to know what type to be of the most service to you.
How many people do you all serve and support? You talked about that county-wide study that's part of what you do, but Central Florida being a very diverse community of lots of different, some areas retirees, others, you know, up and coming. How many people do you come in contact with?
We touch anywhere between 1,000 and 1,100, give or take, lives a month.
A month?
Yes. We've had a significant, and I mean that in the statistical sense, increase in services being requested by persons who are between the ages of 40-ish and 55, young onset Alzheimer's disease. It's a whole different ballgame when you're talking about that.
Younger individuals, yeah. So when it comes to someone who is coming in and they're starting to learn how to care for a loved one who has Alzheimer's or dementia, how important is that just feeling of knowing that someone else is there that they can talk to, that understands what's going on?
Yeah, and that's another thing that you'll see on a lot of our literature is you are not alone. You know, reach out, we are here for you to help, because it can be very isolating, and people they often think I'm the only one that's going through this, and absolutely are not. There's about, in Orange County alone, about 30,000 people who are diagnosed, and that doesn't include people who have not been diagnosed or who will go on to be diagnosed, of course.
So it's that knowing that they're not alone, and then finding tools and resources that you guys provide to help them improve the quality of life, not just for them, but for their partner as well.
Right, because it's critical that the caregiver, care partner, take as good care of themselves as they do the person that they love, right? Because If you take the caregiver out of the picture, then what happens?
Exactly.
So it's about the caregiver too.
Well, I appreciate the work you do. It's so important. Even if people are not touched by it, it is one of those parts of our society that it's comforting to know that there are caring people like you and the other people at the center who are there doing this good work. So let's talk about some fun stuff, because I was really excited to hear about the fact that you all do excursions with your groups. So tell me about that.
A former team member who has since gone on to bigger and more elaborate positions, Jody Hampton, she developed something called an Embrace the Moment excursion. And it has very good clinical underpinnings. It is meant to give that dyad, the care partner and the person they're caring for, a safe social experience. And by safe, I mean we go ahead, right? We go before the excursion. We talk to the people. We make sure they understand we don't rush people. We know sudden noises. We don't come up behind somebody. You know, that kind of real basic training. And also, and again, because we've had such an increase in younger people, it gives you other people to socialize with. So when you walk away, you've got another couple that you can socialize with. So it helps cut back on isolation, and it gives you that, it diminishes that sense of being left alone, right?
There is, you know, even with anything in daily life of someone who isn't suffering, being isolated can be crippling. So to know that these excursions that you do with the social interaction, that has to give that individual almost like a charge when they leave, of just that bubbly feeling of connection.
They do, and they have lots and lots and lots of fun. One of the ones that we did when Jody was still with us was we went to Gaylord Palms, and when we came back, we actually rented a little bus for that one. It was Christmas time and the holiday season, and so this wonderful, sweet woman was walking away with her walker, and I said, "Did you enjoy yourself?" She said, "Yeah, what are we doing for New Year's Eve?"
Oh, she was
ready.
ready.
So how great was that, right? So, but we try to do them 4 times a year, and again, like everything, they're cost-free. They include a lunch, and the up-and-coming one is so much fun. It's feeding baby goats.
Okay,
and
sign me up.
Yeah, we've already done it once, and it was so popular, we're doing it again. So it's at Wildflower Farms on October 20th, and you do have to register ahead of time because, of course, we've only got limited space. So you would call the office to do that. 407-436-7750.
Good job.
We've changed our numbers, so I had to stop and think. Or you can always go to our website, adrccares.org, and you'll find it there. But it's lots and lots and lots of fun, and those baby goats are just too cute for words.
And I bet the interaction, being able to just interact with a sweet small animal and embrace the moment, like you said, with these excursions.
And that's an important thing to point out too. They're called Embrace the Moment because that's what we have right now, right? This moment right here. We don't know if we're going to have another moment, so we're going to embrace this one and make it as beautiful and wonderful and joy-filled as we possibly can.
I love that. Well, I know people can go to your website or call that number that you provided for more information, but thank you for the important work you do. Edith Gendron with the Alzheimer's and Dementia Resource Center, and we look forward to hearing more about the excursions and the work that you're doing for so many people in the community.
Thank you for having me.
'Tis the season to wizen. That's right. It's that time of year to celebrate Oktoberfest at Avalon Park, Orlando. Bring your appetite and quench your thirst October 13th and 14th from 5 to 10 p.m. There will be a beer garden, of course, live music, food vendors, alpine dancing, and plenty of good times to go around. You'll have an unbeer-leavable Oktoberfest. See what I did there? Visit AvalonParkOrlando.com for more information.
The 13th Annual Asian Cultural Expo takes place on October 14th at Bill Frederick Park at Turkey Lake from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Experience and honor the wonders of Asian culture through exhibitions, performances, and crafts. The Asian Cultural Expo will be held in conjunction with the Walgreens Orlando International Dragon Boat Festival. Both events are free and fun for all ages. Check out asianculturalexpo.org for more information.
In concert, the Bach Festival Society of Winter Park presents Sir Paul McCartney's composition Behold My Heart on October 15th at 3 p.m. The work is dedicated to the memory of McCartney's late wife, Linda, and this will be its Florida premiere. Also in the program, inspirations from playwright William Shakespeare, including Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet and Arthur Sullivan's Merchant of Venice suite. The concert will take place at Steinmetz Hall inside the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. Go to bachfestivalflorida.org for tickets. Okay, from Oktoberfest to all the Halloween festivities this month.
Lederhosen.
There's so much going on.
And yeah, candy and Lederhosen and
I mean,
Bach.
it's a good month, guys.
It's a good one. Absolutely.
Well, that wraps it up for this week of events. If you have one you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email to cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.